Is the OnePlus 13 going to be a good mobile phone for gaming? So I'm searching for a new mobile phone for gaming, and the first one that I'm checking out in this video is the OnePlus 13. Now we know quite a lot about this phone, even before its reveal event, because again OnePlus already shared some teasers and some information about the phone, so there's a lot to look forward to. Now I already made myself a list of the things that I care about when it comes to a phone for gaming. And again, not things overall specific, but kind of guidelines for me, so I know what I should focus on. For example, when I mentioned the latest flagship system on chip, basically, of course, it also includes a high-performance CPU, GPU, and so on, and a high amount of RAM, and so on. So if we go quickly over the things, latest flagship system on chip, high-resolution display with wide color gamut, high refresh and response time, large display, minimized notch preferably, it's not a must, built-in gaming optimization, fast charging, effective cooling system, large battery capacity and long-lasting battery life, sound quality, haptics, also optional, not a must, hardware accelerated ray tracing support, connectivity for online gaming, good connectivity, ergonomic design, and so on. You can actually see it all here. So we're going over all of the things that I mentioned, so I can see actually if OnePlus 13 is actually good for me. Not everything I can actually answer here. For example, things related to benchmark, although we have some leaks related to that, by the way, that seems legit and actually very promising, but not something official. All right, first of all, yeah, it does have the latest flagship system on chip, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is a big leap compared to, let's say, ear-to-ear chipset gradual improvements. So this is really something that should significantly increase the performance of the phone, especially when it comes to gaming. You can actually see some of the information mentioned for gaming. Again, this is for Snapdragon 8 Elite. Some of the things mentioned here are 40% performance improvement. Again, this is compared to the previous generation, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. 35% ray tracing improvement, Unreal Engine nanite support, which is great. Again, this is something you can easily overlook, but basically this allows games to be very, very realistic and allow developers to get some very immersive worlds, especially open worlds, but not limited to it. It also features Qualcomm Oryon, which is the latest CPU technology. And this is actually one of the things, this particular chipset, that made me interested in kind of making the jump and trying to jump into, it motivated me more to jump into mobile gaming, which before that I was 99% mostly on console and PC. I also read it's going to be a 24 gigabytes RAM variant, probably the one with the 1 terabyte, but not 100% sure about that. But yeah, it's not a must, of course, but definitely more RAM. Yeah, always welcome. So yeah, the second thing also is a high resolution quality display with wide color gamut. Now the display is going to be one of the best, if not the best display on a mobile phone to date. This got the highest rating of A++ and broke over 21 records, either achieved the same record or broke them, and basically also achieved very high ranking for reflections. So not just is going to be a great screen, it's probably going to be the best screen ever on a mobile phone to date. Now also I'm checking the high refresh rate, which is expected, of course. 120 Hz refresh rate for smoother scrolling, available in many, of course, even some mid-range phones, but also here. Now regarding response time, couldn't find really something official, although I found information on Mashable.com that mentioned that for the ColorOS 15, which is again the Chinese version of the OS, although Oxygen OS might have something similar, which mentions, and I quote, our engine promises to deliver an 18% faster response time and 40% better stability. I need to know how it works also in games. Nonetheless, I couldn't find a lot of information, but maybe it's going to be something that also will lead to a faster response time. Here I actually wrote it twice, so basically let me remove it. So basically 6.8 inch for me, the minimum. I'm not going to touch anything less. Even now, if I'm start gaming on the 6.3 inch phone, it's not enough for me. I want the larger one, so this is going to be a minimum. Of course, anything other than that will just perform much bigger, but I think 6.9 is kind of a good choice. Even 6.9, like the iPhone, also seems like a very good choice. So yeah, OnePlus 13, 6.8 inch display, great. The other thing that I want is a minimized notch or probably not even existent. So yeah, basically it has a kind of a pinch hole, little hole for the camera. Anything bigger than that is distracting for me. I even get annoyed when I see a burnt pixel. So let alone something like that. But yeah, it's okay here. Well, built-in gaming optimizations. Well, I read it on here on this website. It mentioned the OnePlus 13 with the Snapdragon 8 Elite is optimized for gaming, features a self-developed eSport dedicated display engine, enabling full-frame AV load performance at 120 FPS across a variety of games. In particular, the OnePlus 13 achieved 19p plus 1 FPS on large open-world mobile games, a first in the industry. So yeah, marked. Of course, there might be some more things into it that we don't know yet, but it seems like it also, based of course on the chipset itself, is optimized well for gaming. But there might be some other game modes related stuff and so on. Now, fast charging also checked. From what I've read, it's mentioned 100 watt charging, fast charging. Some even mentioned 120. I don't know. Anyway, fast charging is there, and a really fast one. This is great for if you want to charge between gameplay sessions, especially if you don't want to play wired. This is checked for sure. Regarding thermals, it seemed like also you can easily check that, although we need to wait for third party for extra testing, but it seems like based on what I've read, and of course based on the new chip in the other thermal improvement, that it's going to be very good for long gameplay sessions. Now this is translated from Chinese to English over the image, and basically we have heat dissipation plates, industry first doubler super critical graphite, and also gel technology, all designed to keep the temperatures to the minimum possible, and also make the device less hot. So it'd be cool to hold, especially when you're gaming for long play sessions. I also read in many places, including on enogian.in, that there actually shows some testing that were done and some thermal images, and that actually show there that compared even to the Dimensity 9400, the OnePlus 13, and I quote, consumes less power while offering better thermal management. Now, sound quality probably also should be checked because of the chipset itself. As you can see, this is for the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which features Qualcomm various technologies like aptX, lag-free special audio engages all the sensors great for mobile gaming, ultra-low latency for lag-free gaming. I would check this quite easily here. Regarding haptics, this is not something that really I care about too much. I'm going to remove it. It's a nice to have feature anyway. Hardware accelerated ray tracing support, yes, because of the new Snapdragon 8 Elite, so it's built in with improved ray tracing. In terms of connectivity, I do expect it to be better again because there's some improvement, even a new modem and improved 5G communication. There's Wi-Fi 7. It says Wi-Fi system support high band simultaneous multi-link for the fastest global Wi-Fi speeds, latest Bluetooth technology, and so on. Basically here, you can easily check this. Regarding the ergonomic design, based on what I've seen and what I've heard about the micro curve for the display, it seems like they put effort to make the phone feel comfortable in terms of ergonomics. So yeah, I'm going to check it out, but this is something that definitely I need to check out myself. But overall, based on what I've read and seen, seems good. In terms of screen brightness, I just rely on DisplayMate. They mention high display brightness, very low reflectance. Now also on DisplayMate, they mention again that it's very important to have high maximum brightness in good screen reflectance. These are very important when you are using the phone under high ambient lighting. So it did receive very high rating, as you can see here from DisplayMate. Now this is for both, by the way, manual and auto brightness. Regarding HDR, I do expect it because it's again next-gen BOE display and also highly rated on DisplayMate to be great for HDR as well. For another, we're going to get 50 watt wireless charging. It's not something that is higher priority for me. Let me just remove it. It's not going to be side-mounted port. This is something that I actually wanted, but most phones don't have it unless you have it as an accessory or a specific phone, gaming phone that was designed for that. Well, it's not, I mean, I really don't like when I charge with a cable that I need to hold the phone then or recently in play. That kind of annoys me, but maybe I find an accessory for that, but the OnePlus 13 doesn't have that. Large capacity storage, yes, checked. From what I've read, it's going to be also UFS 4.0 flash storage. We need to wait for a bit benchmark, of course, but definitely based on the new chipset and the cooling and everything that I've read, I see no doubt that. And also, by the way, some leaks regarding performance check. It shows that it can hold performance over time and very well, but need to wait for more tests. But overall, I'm going to check this. Seems like it's going to be the case here as well. Regarding the speaker location, don't know about that. I really like those who actually don't block when I play horizontally, but yeah, don't know the location yet. Regarding amplifiers to improve headphone sound and quality of the speakers, using Snapdragon sound technology suite, I do expect it to perform incredibly well with this new chip. And then everything related all across the board when it comes to sound quality. Needs to be tested, but I'm quite positive that it won't have any issues. Things related to accessories, something specific for the OnePlus 13, I haven't heard anything about that. Third party will need to wait and see. So no information about that. And frame generation and upscaling, this is part of the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, so we have it there, which is great. So overall, looking like it's going to be a fantastic top-of-the-line gaming phone. And one of the main reasons for that is actually this new Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, which also brings Nanite technology for Unreal Engine 5 support. And it's the first Snapdragon chipset to do so. And we can expect a significant leap in terms of performance when it comes to the GPU. There's also a smart thermal management with 14 sensors spread around the device, so they can monitor it and optimize it for best performance. Eventually, for many, also it boils down to the price, but we can expect OnePlus to give us some competitive pricing, although lately we've seen that it's pretty close to the other flagships, but we need to wait and see. Overall, it looks like it's going to be, for those who love gaming on mobile, it's going to be a fantastic one. We also need to see what the competition offer, but we're looking at the specs and investigating a bit more information about them. As you can see here, OnePlus 13 looks like it's going to be a beast when it comes to mobile gaming. Thanks for watching.